everyone? Welcome back to Gematria Gaming. We are here today, gonna do a cool little game that I found. No Underrail today. It's been kind of a hectic day. It was really kind of, well, I wouldn't say slow in the news, but there was a Hurricane Ida news that came out. But I actually was happy that I waited because some really interesting news came out today about this guy right here, Sirhan Sirhan. He is the guy that was convicted of the assassination of Senator Robert F. Kennedy. He's been in jail for 53 years. And I saw this pop up in the headlines yesterday that he was going to be, going into a parole hearing, and he was actually going to be, there wasn't going to be anybody at the parole hearing to, go against him, which is weird. But, yeah, so you can see here, the California parole panel votes in favor of releasing him from prison. And I guess there's a lot of gematria that it was done originally when this guy, actually assassinated Robert F. Kennedy. But now we're here today on the day that he was given the okay for parole. And we're going to see what kind of gematria ties into today as well. And for those of you who are unaware, gematria is just the ancient Jewish practice of coding letters into numbers, numbers into letters. You've got four base ciphers that people use. The English ordinal, which is A through Z, where A equals 1, Z equals 26. And they've got the full reduction, where it's A through Z, and it doesn't go past the number 9. So once it gets to 9, it just repeats itself through. It doesn't go to 10. Then you've got reverse ordinal, where it's just Z through A, where Z equals 1 and A equals 26. And then you've got the reverse full reduction. Same thing, just Z through A, where 9 it doesn't go past 9. It just repeats itself after that. So 1 through 9, 1 through 9, etc. But using these four base ciphers, you can see through a lot of the contrived headlines that are going on in the news, and you can actually get an idea for who's pulling the strings on a lot of the things that happen in the world. Obviously, I'm not saying that everything that happens in the world is some kind of conspiracy or anything like that, but when you look at these numbers day in and day out and over the course of the entire history, pretty much, of not only this country but other countries as well, and you see these same numbers being used time and time again, they all match up. It becomes a little bit more than a coincidence, right? So just want to jump right into the cipher here. This is kind of a long one. I'm not going to try to be too long on it, but just to move right through it so we kind of know what's going on. So this guy, Sirhan Sirhan, okay, Robert F. Kennedy, you can read up on all the previous stuff about his assassination if you want to. But I just did want to start off real quick with this guy right here. Sirhan B. Sirhan is what he can also go by. And he's got a gematria of 211. And if you look, Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility equals 211 as well. And right from Wikipedia, you can see this is the hospital the prison that this guy has been in. He moved around a couple different times, but this is where he's currently at right now. And yeah, pretty interesting that that's the name of the prison that he's at, matches up with his name. He's also got 68 gematria with Sirhan B. Sirhan, you see here. And 68 is also CIA, which the CIA is a big factor in a lot of these assassinations that go down for politicians and et cetera, et cetera. Also equaling 68 is the quote, elderly parole. And the reason why I include that is because straight out of this article that's from MSN.com, or from the Washington Post, but MSN.com also picked it up. It says right here, Sirhan also qualified for, quote, elderly parole for being 77 and having served more than 20 years. Right, so elderly parole pops up here in the article. And usually when they have, one or two words that are in quotations in these articles, they have some kind of significance. So, 68, probably not a coincidence that his name and elderly parole pop up together. You've also got Douglas H. Kennedy, which that was Robert Kennedy's son. And he's got 69 gematria, just like his dad, Robert Kennedy. And the reason why I bring up Douglas H. Kennedy is because he's also directly mentioned in this article. It's kind of a lengthy article, but so that his son actually believes that this guy Sirhan didn't kill his dad either, which is, it's all a weird thing going on here if you ask me. But if you look up Douglas H. Kennedy, it says that Kennedy's family made a late decision to appear at the hearing, with son Douglas H. Kennedy speaking in favor of Sirhan's parole. Okay, so in favor of is also something that pops up a bit in this article. But yeah, so he goes on to say, I really do believe any prisoner who is found to not be a threat to themselves or the world should be released. I don't know, so maybe this guy didn't kill his dad. Maybe Douglas Kennedy and also Robert Kennedy Jr., so another son, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., sent a letter to the parole board on Friday in support of Sirhan. So, yeah, maybe they both know something that nobody else knows, or maybe they're just crazy. Who knows? Because I try to think about it, and I'm like, well, somebody killed my dad. I don't really care how long they'd been in prison, but whatever. That's how they feel. So, but yeah, you've got his son that's in there, and he's also got 66 gematria, which in the same cipher, Sirhan equals 66, and again his dad, Robert Kennedy, equals 66. So kind of an interesting lineup there with everything. And also, you've got Robert F. Kennedy, which equals 72 in two of the ciphers here. And you've got Jesuit order, which equals 72, which the Jesuit order are the people that are behind a lot of these things that happen, like assassinations, and in control of the media and the headlines and everything that gets put out. So, yeah. Now another thing that's interesting is if you take the words voted in favor of, which yeah, right here from the article, they found that they voted in favor of Sirhan B. Sirhan. So this guy's gonna possibly be given parole. It depends. There's still a bit of a process that has to go through, but initially that's what these people are saying. But if you look at voted in favor of, it also equals 73 in gematria. Just like if you spell out today's date, August 27th, you can see here, August 27th equals 73. So just so happens that if you spell out today's date, they voted in favor of the guy on today's date. And you've also got LA County, which if you look up LA County, which is where this hearing is going on, and also in LA is where the assassination happened. It happened at the Ambassador Hotel, which we'll go into that in a second. But if you look up LA County, it equals 30, just like lawyer equals 30. And that's just interesting because Robert F. Kennedy was a lawyer. Seems like a lot of these politicians are lawyers. I don't know. It probably all is connected. All these lawyer schools are probably Jesuit owned, and you know, it's all one big scheme. You know. Uh, but yeah, so L.A. County, and then you've also got this guy here, Paul Schrade, which he's mentioned directly in the article as well, and he's actually a guy that was. This is what I just don't get. He was a surviving victim of when this shooting happened. So I guess this Sirhan guy, he shot he shot 8 times or something, but multiple people were shot. So it's it's just definitely all weird. Yeah, so I guess Kennedy and 5 other victims got shot, and it possibly indicates more than the 8 bullets that this guy's gun was capable of firing. Maybe 9 if he's got 1 in the chamber. But yeah, so kind of weird though that this guy who was a surviving victim actually became involved in the 1970s for further investigation, and he said, "I know that he didn't kill Robert Kennedy." So I don't know if this guy's yeah, I don't know, man. It's all beyond me. But he does have 63 gematria in his name. So does Friday. Friday equals 63. Today is a Friday when this news is breaking. And yeah, it is really strange. Getting to Ambassador Hotel, which this is where the shooting happened originally, back in the day or whatever. But Ambassador Hotel equals 54, and Jesuit Order equals 54 as well. But also Venus equals 54, and Friday is named after Venus. So it's kind of interesting that, today on Friday, this whole thing's coming back out, and it all leads back to the Ambassador Hotel. Yeah, just weird stuff. And then, like we already said, 68 with the CIA. There's also some other gematria here you can see, but none of it's relating to this article. And I wanted to touch on, the Kennedy family as well. The Kennedy family equals 78, just like lawyer and Sirhan, because now suddenly the Kennedy family is in favor of Sirhan, or they know that, they believe he's innocent, or they forgive him, or whatnot. So it's just kind of interesting. And then also RFK, which is how people shrink down Robert Francis Kennedy. They say RFK just like JFK. Well, RFK equals 17. Here's why that's interesting. So if we take the date calculations here, and we look at we go back to Sirhan. You can see this guy was born on March 19th. And this guy's the news that's going on with this guy. Well, look at this. So you can actually include the ending date, which means you can include today's date with the span of time between dates. And there's a couple of interesting things that happen if you do that. But it's been 5 months and 8 days since this guy's birthday. But if you include the end date, right, it goes to 5 months and 9 days. And 59 is actually the 17th prime number. And if you look here, RFK equals 17. So it's kind of crazy that this whole, he was convicted guilty of assassinating RFK. And then on the day that is 5 months and 9 days, which is 59, which is the 17th prime number, that would the guy is getting let free on parole, or possibly could be. They voted in favor of, so that's a thing. But you could also say he's 162 days old. Well, from his birthday, it's his 162nd day of his age. Well, if you look up 162, it equals Robert F. Kennedy. And if you don't include the end date, you get 161. And he's also exactly 23 weeks old today. Which, CIA equals 23. And 161, Los Angeles equals 161, which is where this parole meeting is happening, and it's where the Ambassador Hotel is. So it all kind of ties back to 161, which is kind of interesting. Today also has some numerology in it. I believe it was, is it 50? 58 numerology, 38, 35. Yeah, it's 35. So if you look at today's numerology, to get numerology from a date, you just add, subtract, multiply, and divide the digits of a date. So you can do adding, you could do subtracting, multiplying, dividing, whatever. You get a bunch of different numbers. But 35, you can get 35 date numerology from today. And RFK equals 35 as well. Now here's another interesting thing too. So right out of this article, the same article, there's a quote from this gentleman. Right here. So only one journalist, which is Julie Watson, right? Which, okay, it's kind of interesting that only one journalist was allowed in to the whole thing, right? And I believe she has some gematria. Yeah, she's got 67 gematria like elderly parole. And also 148 gematria like elderly parole, which we already touched on here, But yeah, so she's the only journalist that was allowed in there for whatever reason. But she works for the Associated Press. She was permitted to observe the hearing. She reported that Commissioner Robert Barton pointed out that Sirhan qualified as a youthful offender for purposes of parole consideration. He was 24 in 1968, and the board is required to give that, quote, great weight under law. So, great weight. If we look at that, look at this. Great weight equals 123, just like conspiracy. Okay, and it also equals 57, just like conspiracy, in the same cipher too. And yeah, so there's that. I mean, that's pretty interesting. I don't think that's a coincidence either. But yeah, so there is some date numerology here that plays into it, the day that he's born, everything like that. So it's all just very interesting. I know it's a little long-winded, but if you look actually into the whole trial of this guy and what the events leading up to, and including the assassination of RFK, it's all gematria. It's all stuff that's murder by numbers. It's headlines, contrived headlines, and news by the numbers. But also, it's 53 years after he was arrested and convicted, and he's also 77 years old. Those are pretty interesting gematria numbers as well. Don't want to get into it here, but there's other videos that you can find probably covering those topics. So yeah, all these numbers, man, they all line up together. They all mean pretty much that there's some people running the show here, and yeah, so that's all I've got for the decode. Like I said, sorry it's kind of a lengthy one, but you know we can just jump right into this playing some video games. And this game is called They Are Here, Alien Abduction Horror. So I'm pretty stoked. Going into it blind, haven't played it or anything. Let's just make sure that this is picking it up. There we go. Alright, so yeah, this is the demo of the game. They're still developing this game, but let's see what it's like. Unexplained phenomena occurred at Grayswood Farm. On the night of August 7th, the Sherman family witnessed bright lights in the sky that moved at breakneck speed over the cornfield. The lights moved in a random direction and at different speeds. After a while, they vanished. This strange behavior in the sky was observed at the same time each night for 5 nights. According to the owner of the farm, all the animals went crazy. The dog became aggressive, tried to attack him, and bit him. The children complained that someone was walking under their windows. Farmer Peter Sherman himself, in the field, right, because the Sherman family, saw a strange figure that did not look like a man. What was it? Deliberate deception? Drawing attention to oneself? Or a sensation about an alien invasion? Journalist Taylor Fox travels to Grayswood Farm to take a photo and make report for the local newspaper. Okay. So we're a journalist. Okay. Task: talk to Farmer Peter Sherman. All right, so it's actually pretty good looking game. You know, got good graphics and whatnot. It's got the nice fuzzy shader filter on it, like, you know, spooky horror movies do. Okay, so crouch lets us, or I'm sorry, control is for crouch. Don't know if I can't run or anything. I can just move forward and backward. Press the left mouse button to take a photo. Okay, those are either the aliens or the Orion's belt is going crazy. So this is great material for a news report. Okay. You can actually zoom in and out with it too. It's kind of awkward, but whatever. This is a Sherman house, but let's go past it. Let's just, let's see if something spooky happens if we go down here. Oh yeah, this is spooky. There's an invisible barrier. Some kind of alien device, I'm sure. It's pretty convenient to have a giant sign that says Sherman's house right there. Okay, that definitely looks creepy. That looks like there's eyes, like glowing eyes staring at us, and I also heard something in the cornfield, so. Some kind of children of the corn or something, man. There's also a scarecrow, so I'm immediately going to assume that's going to try to kill us. Miss Fox, we made an appointment, but something has happened. Our daughter went missing. My wife went to town for help. My son and I went to check out the farm. We'll leave notes for you and the police in case we pass each other. Be careful. Well, I guess Peter Sherman, P.S. Be careful. That's good. So they just bounced out, and they're like, oh yeah, we're just going to leave the door open too, I guess, for whatever reason. There's a phone. Not working. They left the milk out. These guys are goddamn savages. Alright, they are here. Mystery sky object seen here in Orano. Down-to-earth approach to alien visitors. Let's see, this old newspaper has information about UFOs and crop circles. These phenomena have been seen throughout the state for a long time. Why I never knew about this? Is that a rhetorical question? You can kind of read the text here. It says, I'm sick. Those are the words used by John King, 23, of 92 Otis Street, when he walked into Bangor Police Station and told of seeing an unidentified flying object, at which he fired 4 shots from a pistol. Let's see, was aware there are at least 2 reports made concerning the object. A Miss Robert Collins of 32 Gilbert Street, Orno, said she viewed the object from her home, quote, for about 30 minutes, unquote. She described the object as having a pinkish, reddish, and greenish color, but said she was too far away to say how big the object was that she had seen. She also said that her husband had seen the object as he drove home. At 11:35 p.m., King reported the sighting to the police at 11:35, maybe it's 11:55, or 11:33, maybe 11:55 p.m., and later went immediately to the area on Mount Hope Avenue, but could find no trace of it. The mission was to seek a close encounter. So there's a lot of stuff here, I guess. I don't really feel like reading it all, but... Extraterrestrial hypothesis still unproved. They saw something strange. The crop circle mystery, strange lights. Alright. The truth is out there, right? The X-Files theme needs to start playing. That'd be awesome. Will this become relevant? I don't know. The hell is that? Alright, we're just snooping through somebody's house, I guess. This is a photo of Farmer John and his son. This looks like looks like an ad out of like Gap or something like that. Like the Gap. Flannels, buy one, get one free. I'm not buying it, man. They're not real redneck country folk in that picture. Trust me, I would know. In the photo, members of the Sherman family. True. Dogs are members of families. Alright, let's see. Okay, it's like a girl. This is the daughter's room. The daughter who went missing. There's a bee. Bee, duck, dart. What does it mean? It probably means something. It looks like this drawing was made by the missing daughter of the farmer. The paper is painted on both sides. Okay, so you got dog barking at an alien, and turn it over, and oh, that's good. That's depressing. Another note. This is my daughter's room. During the night, I heard a strange noise. When I came in, she wasn't in her bed, and the window was wide open. I'm sure she was abducted by those things. Some more darts from the dart gun. Megan. Oh, is that what the bee is, maybe? It's a magnet. So her name is Megan. Well, that definitely looks like something threw a sheet in so she could climb up. So did she go willingly? I don't know. In the photo, members of the Sherman family. So that must be the daughter. Running through the cornfield there. Okay. Let's see, a walkie-talkie. Apparently it belonged to the missing girl. If you listen closely, you can hear very strange sounds. Let's listen. That says Navajo code talkers, man. You're good. It's not a skinwalker or anything. You'll be fine. Let's see if we can see anything through the window. There's kind of some spooky noises going on, though. I'm not gonna lie. Can't see anything out of these windows. "12-year aged Scotch." Okay. Oh no, is that good? Does that mean it's good stuff? Must not be if it's like sitting on the bookshelf like, whatever. If the kids want to drink some, they can. I don't trust that cornfield, man. Whoa. Photo from the internet. Perhaps Peter Sherman saw something similar. It looks creepy. Indeed. Is that the is that the alien from the meme? The LAMO meme? Might be. Definitely some spooky pictures though. I mean, I wouldn't want to see that thing. You kidding me? Ooh, and you got Bigfoot going on. Everyone knows Bigfoot and aliens are like BFFs, you know? Found my old diary. How could I forget that? Who? What did they do to me? Sticker. Found my old diary from when I was 15 years old. How could I forget that? Diary text. Today was the most exciting and scariest day of my life. I saw the aliens. My parents think I'm lying, but it's true. I was fishing from an abandoned pier on the river. Suddenly, I was deafened by a roar coming from behind. I turned around. Very low above the ground, a huge disc with 4 flashing lights or windows was hovering. I felt a punch that seemed to throw me into the air. I froze there as if in zero gravity. Everything around me became blindingly bright, and I seemed to lose consciousness. I remember seeing 3 aliens with gray skin and big eyes. I was placed on the table as if I was welded to it. They were standing over me. It seemed to me that they communicated with each other telepathically. Then one of them came over and did something to my head. I don't remember anything else. I woke up on the pier later in the evening and barely made it home. My head was buzzing, and I walked home as if in a delirium. When I got there, I found several cuts on my body and 2 small, very smooth holes behind my ears. What was that? I'm scared to sleep. And, that's, yeah, I mean, definitely some abduction story. Okay, take a photo of that. That is a terrible photo. What? Not even gonna be able to see anything. Whatever. Uh-oh. No, I'm leaving. Oh, man. They're coming. Ooh. Okay. Press F to use flashlight. Look at that. I don't even use a flashlight. Oh, okay. It turns on for you automatically, I guess. I hear something. Why does it sound like something is sniffing me out, man? That's freaking me out. Alright. So there's hands on the thing. Farmer's note. I've learned a lot of about these things. They are called the Greys. These are not little green men, but big, creepy, and dangerous creatures. Basically, they can be described in the following way. A large head, disproportionate to the body, no hair, bottomless black eyes, gray skin, long, thin limbs. Their voices are like nothing else. These aliens are very aggressive towards people. It all starts with bright lights in the sky near home, which move along a certain way. Then people start to have a nosebleed, have severe headaches and a buzz in their ears, and animals start raging. Next, people start to have memory lapses. When they come back to normal, they find themselves in unexpected places. For example, in the middle of a field or on a road, a few kilometers away from home. Some of them have flashbacks of terrible memories. People remember terrifying experiences. The aliens established control over their minds, and this has affected their psyche. Also, they found the marks on the body, incisions to be exact. During palpation, it felt like something thick, like a foreign object moving under the skin. Okay. I think it's kind of cool how like they have it written here on the actual note so you can read it too if you want to. But this must be important, you know, dangerous creatures, the grays, large head, disappointing, because it's like highlighted, so. Man, you could play some Doom on this thing right here, man. Woo! Original Doom. Wait, what's that? Can I grab that? No? Okay. And this is still closed. Alright, what are we gonna find when we open the door? What? Can I throw a whiskey at it? Or scotch? No. Alright, so let's open the daughter's door and hope for the best. These noises are freaking me out. So, I mean, I think it's pretty much undeniable at this point that, yes, there are definitely aliens here. Can I, like, flip a circuit or something? No? Wait, these people don't have a refrigerator, do they? Oh, no, okay, it's right here. Well, okay, how inconvenient is that? It's like, oh yeah, your refrigerator, it's on the other side of the kitchen. There's an actual whole ass stairway between the kitchen and the refrigerator. I wouldn't want to live here just because of that. Daddy was a drinker, huh? He also probably smokes unfiltered Pall Malls or something. Photo of dead animals. Probably these animals from Grayswood Farm. Polaroid. Okay, so they're taking Polaroids of the dead animals. Dead cows, yeah, yeah. Ooh. Aliens must have been hungry with that one. They picked it clean. What's the worst that could happen? I think you can drive that car in GTA Vice City. Rewinding, okay. Play it again. Maybe we'll get lucky and something different will happen. Can we, like, eject it? No. There's just play and stop. Play and stop. Play and stop. Alright. Cool. Well, might as well go ahead and check out the shitter while I'm here. A little jar with a strange device. In the note, Peter Sherman claims that he cut out an alien implant. Maybe take it? Hell yeah. I'm gonna sell it on eBay. As a child, headaches began to bother me. They torture me to this day. I went to the doctor dozens of times, but no one could explain the reason for their occurrence. Now I understand why the doctors could not determine the cause of the migraines. The answer is simple. Abduction. I only remembered the alien abduction when I found my old diary. It was then that the migraines began. If I could read today, that'd be great. The cuts that I noticed then, behind the ear, were a trace of them. I'm sure they've implanted something in me, some kind of transmitter or implant. Well, I would hope that they implanted an implant, I don't know. Because of this, I forgot everything. I definitely decided that I would get it. I'm not crazy. And I'll kill any one of you who says I am. Well, can I get the knife? No? Alright. Ooh, is somebody walking around out there? Alright. Another valve over there. Well, now what? I feel like I've explored every possible nook and cranny of this this here fine establishment. Let's see if we check the walkie-talkie, maybe we'll get some more. Return to the car. Yeah, I'm sure that'll go just fine. I mean, if I know anything about a horror game, you don't make it back to the car, you know? That's just the truth of the matter. But since we have no other option, we might as well just take it. Alright. I'm sure nothing bad is gonna happen. Oh, okay. Yeah, Phoenix Lights. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Alright. That was kind of freaky, not gonna lie. Shift to run. Yeah, there you go. We unlocked a running ability. What the hell? Is that clothes? Were those there before? I don't think those were there before. Dude, this alien freaked me out. No, I'm gonna lie to you. Are they on the roof? No. Hold on. Can I run past the magic alien barrier? No. The alien barrier is still there. Damn. That definitely wasn't there before. Somebody just got like vaporized or something. Okay, I guess we did make it back. They fried the PCM, didn't they? Oh boy. Yeah, that's that might be a little loud, actually. Yeah, if this thing could start up. Oh, okay. Well. In the full game, you'll find the large territory of Grayswood Farm and a full story of an alien abduction. Add the game to your wish list so you don't miss a discounted release. Okay. So that was the game. That was actually pretty good for what it was. It was short, but it set up an atmosphere, you know. Definitely did. So let's see when this thing comes out. Right, might be pretty nice to check it out. But yeah, I just want to do a quick one today. Like I said, it's a pretty hectic day. Was busy at the gym and stuff, so I might play some more Underrail later on tonight. We'll see. But yeah, other than that, thanks for checking it out and stopping by, and we'll see you in the next one.